All right, it's a new day, and that means we're making a new app. In this module, we're going to be making a dice rolling app. And the crucial thing that we're trying to learn here is how do you create apps that not only look good, but actually also have functionality. So by the end of the module, we're going to have a super awesome dice rolling app where when you click on it, it's going to change the dice face. So you'll be able to use this to settle any scores you have in real life, such as who has to take out the trash. As with all of our projects, we're going to start off by using a starter project that we've provided for you. And the reason is because we've already loaded up the images, we've already hooked up the assets, so you don't have to do all of that boring stuff again. We'll assume that you know how to drag and drop and how to link up the assets and add app icons. And we're going to spend our time learning new things such as how to make the user interface actually update when the user does something, such as clicking on a button. Go ahead and click on the clone or download button for this repository. And of course, a link to this repository will be provided in the course resources for this lesson. Let's go ahead and clone this onto our local system. So I'm going to crack open Android Studio and I'm going to check out my project from version control. Select Checkout Project from version control and then paste the URL that we copied from earlier into this box here. And then we're going to go ahead and click on Clone. Now, once that's done, we're going to select No for this pop-up. And instead, we're going to open up our project so it doesn't try to build us an Android project, but we actually open up a Flutter project. So let's navigate to where we specified we'd saved it, which in my case was under the folder Android Studio Project, which is the default setting. And then we're going to select the app that we just cloned, Dicee-Flutter, and click Open. All right, so as always, we're greeted by a whole bunch of errors. First things first, let's click on Get Dependencies so that our project knows that this is a Flutter project and we're using the material.dart library, and make sure that everything is all set up for us, ready to go. And just before we get started building our app, I just want to show you around the starting project. So all that we've done is we've incorporated an images folder inside here, and we've got a number of dice images all the way from dice 1 to dice 6. And we're going to be using these images inside our app to display them when the user presses a button or changes a dice face. Now, in the last lesson, we talked about how to actually link up images, and you've already done that twice now. So we've already done this for you. So if you check inside the pubspec.yaml folder, you can see that we've already added our assets to Flutter, and we've already set it up with the images folder. So everything inside this folder is already ready to go and can be used anywhere within our project. Now, in each module, we're trying to teach you something new about Flutter, something that's important to developing Flutter apps. But in the challenges, we try to challenge you and revisit some of the things that we taught you in the tutorials. So if you're not yet comfortable with a lot of these things, such as linking up the image assets or adding in app icons, then really make sure that you do all the challenges, because that's where all the revision happens. And in these teaching modules, we're going to try and keep it focused around one topic. So now all you have to do is go ahead and run the starting app just to see what it looks like. And firstly, notice that we've already got the app icons added into the project, so you don't have to do all of that again. But as regarding the rest of the app, we haven't actually done very much at all. All we have is simply a app bar with the title that says Dicee, and both the app bar and the background is red, and we're ready to actually get started changing up the body of our app. So for all of that and more, I'll see you on the next lesson.